All right, so I need some new firewood for the garage. I want to get out there and try and do a little bit more recording, and I'd like to take down some notes and yada yada yada, and I kind of like to do it by my wood stove. Just kind of gives me like a zen vibe to try to figure shit out. So I'm going to make the treacherous journey with my four-wheeler around the corner of my house. So yeah, and it's windy, the sun's out, but it is bitter. But we're gonna go ahead and make the journey. I'm gonna try taking you guys along, see if I can figure out the best way to do that, and we'll go from there. See you in a bit. All right, so this is my I'm gonna go rob the Amish for firewood mask. But the good news is it's still cold, windy, and shitty outside. The bad news is my four-wheeler's dead, so now I've got to try to see if I can squeeze it into a tiny area and just barely be able to get some jumper cables to it that I don't know if they're even going to fit. So yeah, I am not sure, and I don't see anywhere else on this thing where it shows it could possibly be jumped. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go right from the battery. Oh, yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, we're gonna go right for the battery and see what happens. See if she'll crank over. Okay, so we're finally ready to go. I had to dig my wagon out, so I go to the Amish and get a little bit of firewood. So the only other thing I can't find is my linchpin. I don't know where they all went, and I've been cleaning out and gutting my garage for like a month and a half now, and I'm assuming that they've got to be somewhere in here, but at this point, I have no clue where and no clue where to even start looking. So I grabbed a ratchet extension, and we're gonna try that out. Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit. I think I just found some. Oh, look at that. That's what I get for freaking sitting here bullshitting on the phone. I'm gonna see if I can get you guys turned around. We'll get this thing on there, then we're gonna go ahead and hit the road. I don't know, I'll try to adjust it as we go, but oh, see, there we go. No promises on how well this will work here, so. For some stakes here, and then we're gonna go ahead and make the trek. See what you guys can see. It's a little bit cockeyed on my boobs here. All right, so what the hell was I gonna do now? Oh yeah, so I gotta grab something for stakes, and I was gonna trim down some plywood, but that's gonna take too much freaking time. I think what I might actually do, I'm gonna grab this bad boy here to really, or cinch everything down, lynch, whatever. But I'm gonna use a couple of my trapping stakes and put those in there. So we're gonna throw this stuff in the back. Shit, I forgot my gloves. Definitely can't do this ride without those.
Actually not a super far ride. If I just zip, I should be able to get there and back fairly quickly, but it's the fact that my face, even with this thing on, is going to be able to handle the wind. That'll be the defining factor. And this thing stays running. Trying to see what you guys are seeing here. Yeah, you guys pretty much got it. It might get a little bumpy, sorry. It's actually the first time I've used this four-wheeler to do anything like this, because it's got no power steering. It's an older Honda. Once it gets running, it runs real good, but it is not a fan of cold weather whatsoever. Once I get her started, she'll just keep on running until she cools down. Alright, our wagon's still intact. Everything's looking good so far. Oh yeah, I can feel that wind. My mustache and eyeballs are going to be frozen by the time I get home. So, now we're kind of getting into the back.
As soon as I make this turn up ahead, we're going to be in Lander. That's kind of what makes it easy for me to hunt New York and PA, because the spot right behind my house, I've got about 80 acres back there that I hunt. And I've got a bunch of properties off-site too that I didn't get a chance to hunt this year. But it is what it is. They were full of deer. Other people were in there hunting them, and a couple of guys bagged some real nice ones. And then there's some city hunters in there that won't step, 50 yards away from the road, so they miss out on a lot. But right down over here is where I went in. That woods down there. I don't know how well you can even see them, but now we are in Pennsylvania. Now this will probably be, if we sell our house and New York State just keeps getting worse and worse, we're going to try making offers on some houses up around here somewhere, even if people don't have them for sale. We'll just see if they're looking to sell or something, especially some of the older people, because I'm pretty much all up and down this road is people who are retired, who have summer homes down in Florida, or winter homes, sorry, down in Florida. So we're pretty much alone out here. And same thing with this old state road that we're going to turn on to. That's all just Amish, and same thing. There's a few working farms on it that are barely working. And then I gotta slow down. This windshield's fucking killing me. And I know those people are about ready to get the hell out of there. They've just been letting their farms kind of go. Besides that, like I said, there's a bunch of snowbirds and a couple year-round residents, and yeah, and this is about the best this road ever gets, so, which it doesn't look that bad right now, because it just got plowed here within the last day or two. Well, this morning, because it snowed last night, so. But this road is absolutely riddled with potholes everywhere. They don't fix it at all. Same thing with Old State Road that we're going to be crossing. So, yeah. We'll eventually be looking around here. I got a feeling that New York State's not going to be getting any better. Oh yeah, and then the Amish. There's a bunch of Amish on this road.
Made the mistake of putting a baseball cap over my ski mask here. Just for cosmetic appeal. That way it doesn't look like I'm trying to rob anybody, but it's kind of a pain in the ass not having to hold on to it. As you can see, how much snow we left filled up. I mean, if I were to walk out this field right now, even right here, that's just a ditch. So it doesn't get slammed here. This whole road here, this whole field, that's all waist high for me. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to load some wood. We're not going to get very much in here, but it might last me a day or two. We'll see. Oh, Lord, that wind is fucking... All I can feel is my facial hair just feels like I got freaking steel wool on my face or something. And of course, I wore regular old Dickies, so my knees are gonna be chapped. But we'll just get this shit done and over with. We're not too far away now. I think I am gonna take the other way home. I think I'll be mildly quicker. Not by much, but a little bit.
Try hunting this in here. This guy, he used to be from Ohio and all this. And of course, the year I decide to hunt PA again is the year that he decides to move back for good. He used to come here and hunt it just during rifle season, but now he doesn't let anybody in there.
Gotta turn around and make sure I'm not holding anybody up. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for a little walkabout because I don't see anybody in there. We'll see what they got going on.
We're gonna leave the old wheeler running just to make sure. Oh, God. Oh. These people are gonna think that I'm fucking nuts. I don't see any fresh footprints, so they might not be working today. That's gonna suck. Yeah, I don't see any fresh footprints at all, so let's just double check. I hate to just go up to their house and bug them if they're over here working. Hello? No, let's go check the house real quick here. This might be their day off. I don't know. It's so confusing. The Amish down by my dad's house in Falconer. They have a farm supply store down there. They got a bunch of cool stuff in there. But they are closed Wednesdays and Sundays. And then you go out towards Sherman area And they're closed Thursdays and Sundays for the most part. And these folks here, I'm not
really too sure about. This guy's slowing down for something. Just an old man that wants to wave. I hate bugging them when I think it's their day off. And I'm really not sure. Because these people take like a union break every day, so I never know if they're just on break or what the deal is.
There's a chance they might just let me get up here. I'm gonna put you guys down because I don't like to be filmed.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, are they working across the street today?
Not today.
No?
No.
Okay. All right. I was just going to grab some firewood, so.
Oh.
All right. Thank you. That was. I had to throw that. I was just going to grab some firewood in there to see if maybe they would just be like, oh, well, we'll just let you grab some real quick. But nope. So, anyways, nice we got the old wheeler out. We got the battery charged up a little bit. I suppose that's better than nothing.
I did a little workout this morning. Took all my vitamins. Went outside, got this stuff done. Was gonna start a little fire. And I've been working on trying to shoot my bow again because now that I bumped her up to 80 pounds. Excuse me, when I went and shot 3E the other day. I shot the course 40 arrows at like 65 pounds. Then I had them put 75 pound mods on just because I wanted to try them out. And they felt just like the 65s. So I went out to the course and shot those just at like 20 yards because my sight was still pretty much on there. And shot those about 20 times. Then I had to put the 80s on.
And with the 80s on there, it actually, just that 5 pound little difference, it was quite a lot, surprisingly, but it still pulled back pretty easy. So I shot another 20 there. Then I went ahead and paper tuned it to make sure it was still doing good. And then I threw it through the chrono, switched out all the mods. I just did it myself real quick. Between 65, 75, and 80, because I wanted to know how much of a difference it was. And then when I came home, I was all pumped about the 80 pound mod, so I shot my bow like 30 more times. And my body was all loosened up and felt good, but the next day, whatever it is, my tennis elbow or my golfer's elbow, I haven't had any issues with it in a super long time. It was just a ripping. So now I've been going out and just shooting like 5 arrows. I found a little workout thing to do online from that, I don't know his name, but the guy that does the, I think his YouTube channel's like Elk Shape or something like that. He had a really good workout on here with a I forget what they're called, but like archery I don't know, he works with professional archers, doing like chiropractic work type stuff, keep them nice and limber. And they had him on there showing how to kind of rid yourself of those pains and what muscle groups to kind of work out to make sure that it doesn't continue to happen. And what I figured I was doing wrong was usually when I shoot my bow, I just keep it right in front of me and just draw straight back. That's just how I've always done it. Well, apparently, according to this guy, you're supposed to have your bow. They didn't really say, they just kind of showed what he did, but it looked like he had it 10 inches to 12 inches in the air, somewhere in there. And then simultaneously, he drew with his back first, and then pulled the rest of the way with his shoulder. And I wasn't doing that. I was just giving it the old gung-ho. So now that I know that, I got to pay a little bit of attention to my form. But I'm not going to shoot that 80 pounds all the time anyways. I really just got it. Wanted to shoot further distances. Because if I do ever go to any TAC events or any further 3D shoots, you know, I'm expected to go and shoot 3-4 targets and take all there's a deer. Take a little break. And just go about the course and enjoy myself. But at that 80 pounds, it's nice because basically 20 to 60, I literally have about maybe a 2-inch variance in elevation, which is practically nothing. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it. And then if I do ever go out west and I go and hunt, you know, mule deer, elk, whatever, I'm not planning on shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. I plan on making one really, really good shot. So at that point, it'll just be an adrenaline dump, and regardless of how cold or how tired I am, I'll get that fucker back and let her rip. I still shoot some pretty light arrows just to, again, keep up the speed. But we're just around here for whitetail hunting. I'm just going to use my 65-pound mods. So, because even with those, with a 300, I've already done this on another video, but now I'm just bullshitting, trying to keep my mind off of being cold. With a 367 grain arrow, or 376, whatever. At 65 pounds, I'm still shooting on average 299 feet per second, which is more than enough. So, all right, now we're back in the town of Bustide. Now we actually just went in that one little area, that one road. We went from Lander, Pennsylvania, over to, oh, where the heck were we? Tonawanda or no? Damn it, I don't remember, but we just went to 2 different little, I guess, towns right there.
These people over here, they got a farm that's rotting away and a bunch of good hunt land, but they don't let people on it whatsoever. I don't even think they let their family hunt it. They got a big family dispute going on. I think, that's what I was told. I guess I shouldn't say that because I don't
kind of had a guy when we first, he knew I was a big hunter, so he stopped over and recognized me from when I used to work at the bow store and let me know about all the properties around me that would let me hunt. Which there is quite a few, but once I found out that that property out back of me, at first it was just 20 acres, and a company owns the 70 acres. Oh, so I guess it's 90, sorry. So it was just 20 acres that a farm had. They had like 20 acres of woods in the back of their pasture where their fence ended. So they let me hunt there. And I pretty much just used that as a spot for a surefire doe area. Same thing with over here. They got about 30 acres. But the deer just come out the very, very corner of the woods. And they tuck back in, kind of head towards Pennsylvania way. But you're guaranteed to shoot a doe over there every night. You can go in there night after night to the same stand, and there's going to be a doe that pops out in front of you within 15 to 20 yards easily. But yeah, I called that company after all the surrounding property owners told me they don't let anybody hunt. And I just left a message with the guy's secretary. And he called me back and he's like, yeah, I don't like people hunting back there because my kid's going to be hunting within the next 3 or 4 years. So we're kind of trying to keep it private. And I told him, I said, well, if it matters, I said, all I'm trying to do is archery hunt. I said, I have no interest in gun hunting back there. I said, I might go back there during gun season and set up with my bow later on during the season when it settles down. I said, but that's about it. You're not going to see me back there with a gun. I said, if anything, in the late season, if I haven't shot anything, it'll be a muzzleloader I'll be back there with, if that's okay. And he immediately gave me the okay. He said, yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't know that. He goes, I thought you just wanted to gun hunt back there. I said, nope, just bow, maybe a little muzzleloader, but I highly doubt that. Which I did go back there with my muzzleloader once. Like, probably 3 days before the end of the season. Just because I still hadn't filled any of my buck tags well that I wanted to. I shot a spike the very last night of archery season, and I usually don't do that, but I was just jonesing and I hadn't seen anything for the last probably week of archery, not even a doe, nothing. And it was like damn near last light, and I heard something crunching behind me. And here he came outside of the little pine row. So I said, that's it. I'm going to give him the schwack, get a little more meat in the freezer. So I ended up shooting not a huge buck in PA. It was like 115-inch 7-point, but according to everybody that surrounds that property that I hunt over there, none of them shot a buck this year. One kid did. He shot a 7.2, but it was a real small basket rack. It was almost like a spike that just had some points off of it, but enough to be legal in PA. The one that I shot had just under a 20-inch inside spread, and not super long tines. The G2s were like, I don't know, one was 7 inches, the other one was like, I don't know, 5 3/4 or something like that. But, or 5 6/8 for all the particulars out there. All right, well, that was our little adventure. I didn't get any wood. I got cold as shit. Now I'm gonna come out here and try to shoot my bow a little bit and see if I can make myself even more cold. But I'm sure once I get in the garage and shut the overhead door, it's gonna feel like it's 60 degrees in there compared to out here. All right, guys. Well, thanks for riding along. And I will catch you on the next one.